Willie 102, your classic country. Cactus Jack in here on the YouTube channel Country Conversations with me, Cactus Jack. Back in the fall, John Conlee came to our local theater here, the Kentucky Opry in Graftonville, Kentucky, also known as Benton, Kentucky, and he put on quite a show. Before the show, he came in and he called me on the phone is what he did. We talked for a while, and he was very forthcoming. He had some good stories, and we had a lot of fun. Here's the way that went. Country Conversations with Cactus Jack.
John Conlee, it is amazing to get a chance to talk to you, huh? Wow. We talked a couple of times before, back in the 1980s. There used to be a theater here locally called the Executive Inn Riverfront. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I remember it well and miss it.
Me too. I've been a John Conlee fan. The first one that caught my ear was Rose-Colored Glasses, and
you and several million other people.
I'm looking forward to hearing you do that one again this weekend at the Kentucky Opry in Graftonville.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We will definitely do it. That's for sure.
I have been looking at your bio. Diane loaded me up with a lot of information. Much of it I already knew. A lot of it I did not know. And I don't know where to start. Where would you like to start with this?
Oh, just wherever you just jump in the water. That's all I know to do. We'll both get wet.
All righty. Well, I'm about to bail off in here right now with one of the things that impressed me the most about you is an article I read probably back in the 1990s that you farm with a team of horses or multiple teams of horses. Is that true?
Well, I had a team of mules. I don't have them anymore. They finally passed away after making it to, both of them lived in their 30s, 35, 36 years of age. But they both passed away some years ago now. But yeah, I had a team of mules here in Tennessee that I brought down basically to mow with. Some of the hills I live around are kind of too steep for a tractor, so that was my idea, and I did that for a few years. But their last years, if I'd have brought the harness out, they would have fallen down laughing at me, I'm sure.
Okay.
They ended up being pets.
You've been busy in country music since how long? I know you worked at WLAC in Nashville. Is that correct?
That's right. That's the reason I moved to Nashville, is because I got that job at WLAC in 1971. I didn't come here for music, but music was my hobby. And after I'd been in town a little while, I started writing a little bit, pitching those songs around town, and it just finally evolved after a few years into that first opportunity to record.
Being in Nashville and in the presence of all those folks that want to write, it was kind of hard to avoid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I started doing it just to see if I could, and I worked with a guy who knew everybody in town, and he could get me an appointment to a foot in the door to go play these songs for people. And it still was not overnight, but it certainly was a big leg up to be able to get in the front door with people.
Well, tell us about your Kentucky life. I know you started in Kentucky. I assume you worked local radio here somewhere. You didn't just take the leap to Nashville, I suppose.
No, I didn't. I started at WSAC in Fort Knox, went from there to Quixie in E-Town, and then went home to Versailles, where I'm from, and helped put a station on the air there, and spent a year at that station before coming to Nashville.
And came to Nashville and wrote country music history for the next, 40, 45 years? Getting close to half a century, I guess, isn't it?
I know. It's amazing. It doesn't compute to me that it's been that long, but it has. 78's when Rose-Colored Glasses hit, and so we've been at it full-time since then.
Well, where I'm sitting right now is the first radio station I ever saw the inside of in 1979, and I'm still here. So.
Well, that's great. I love that longevity. And that was the thing. When I started this career, I had two goals. One was to have longevity in the business, and the other is to produce a body of work. And I've been able to do both. I've been blessed immensely in both of those ways.
And that segues me into what I was going to ask you about next. I see here on the bio page you have a gospel album, you have a new single out, you have Classics 3, the album that you were, I guess, promoting with this tour.
Yeah, Classics is a series of CDs, 3 discs in it, and it's basically our greatest hits package. But we kept finding new music as we put it together over the last several years. And so there's a lot of new music sprinkled in with all the hits, the 30-some-odd hits we've had. But Classics 3 is the most recent one. Jesus Take a Hold is a song that we released as a single from that disc, and we're working on a new gospel project. We've had one out since 2004, which is still available, but we are about 98% of the way finished with a new one that I hope to have out in the coming weeks.
So you'll be bringing all that with you to Kentucky Opry Saturday night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Of course, we won't have the new gospel CD, but we'll do at least one song from it that will appear on it. And then we'll get to as many of the hits as we can squeeze in.
Well, tell me what we can expect from a John Conlee show here in 2022.
Well, again, 30-some-odd hits. We can't get them all into one show, but we get all of the main ones, hopefully. But we do a little bit of the new music that you'll find on that we've talked about already on the classic CDs, and some gospel, more than just one gospel song. The state of our nation and our world, turning back to our Creator is more needed now than ever. So,
amen.
I want to talk about that, and I do talk about it during the show, and that's the reason we're concentrating on the new gospel project.
Well, as I looked at the seating chart, we are down to about 19 seats left at Kentucky Opry. Anybody that wants to get into this show, you need to do it today. Time has already gotten away from you. John Conlee selling out the Kentucky Opry. I think this is the second time, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been there before. Yeah, and we're looking forward to coming again. It's right upon us, as you say, just a couple of 3 days away. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again.
We are certainly looking forward to having you there. This will be the first time I actually get to see you face to face. After this many years in the business, I've met a lot of people, but John Conlee has eluded me, so I'm going to see you Saturday night.
Oh, great. Well, I'm look forward to shaking your hand.
Oh, we're tickled to death to have you here. I always end my interviews by making sure that I haven't left anything out. So you tell us what you want folks to get from listening to us talk here today.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's anything you and I haven't covered today, I will open the floor for questions during the show live on Saturday. So bring your questions, and I'll do my best to answer if we haven't covered it here this morning. And but other than that, just come to be ready to have fun and sing along with me.
John Conlee, sir, it is such an honor to be able to talk to you after all these years of being a fan. Saturday night, 7:30 at the Kentucky Opry at Draftonville.
All right, Jack. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
And that's the John Conlee interview from the fall of 2022. Cactus Jack here on the radio at Willie 102 and also on YouTube. It's our YouTube channel, Country Conversations with Cactus Jack. Be sure to watch. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll know, and we will get you more as soon as we can. Country Conversations, thank you for coming in and putting up with us.